Blackhead prevention begins with patience, not pressure. Blackheads form when oil, dead skin cells, and tiny bits of everyday debris collect inside a pore, and the top of that plug darkens after exposure to air. They are not a sign that someone is dirty, and they usually do not improve when the skin is scrubbed harshly. In many cases, rough treatment only leaves the skin more irritated, more reactive, and harder to manage. A calm routine usually works better than an aggressive one. Wash the face gently in the morning and again at night with a mild cleanser and lukewarm water. Avoid very hot water, rough scrubs, harsh brushes, and the urge to attack the skin as if it were a stain that can be polished away. If makeup, sunscreen, sweat, or daily buildup is still on the skin at the end of the day, remove it properly before bed. Lightweight, water-based, or non-comedogenic products are often a better choice for skin that clogs easily, especially around the nose, chin, forehead, and jawline. Moisturizer still matters, even when skin feels oily, because skin that feels stripped and uncomfortable can become more reactive. If the skin tolerates it, salicylic acid may help loosen clogged material inside pores, and adapalene may help keep pores from becoming blocked over time. The important thing is to start slowly and stay steady instead of trying too much too fast. Squeezing blackheads with fingernails or tools may feel productive for a moment, but it often leads to irritation, lingering marks, and a cycle of touching the face that creates more trouble than progress. Hair oils, pomades, and heavy styling products can also quietly contribute to clogged pores around the forehead and temples, so it helps to keep those products away from facial skin whenever possible. Pillowcases, hats, and phone screens do not need to become a source of anxiety, but keeping them reasonably clean supports a better environment for the skin. Prevention is not about perfection, it is about making pores less likely to clog, keeping the skin barrier calmer, and choosing a routine gentle enough to keep doing for months. And now, with that practical skin advice folded away neatly like a clean towel in a bathroom cabinet, let us leave the cleanser, the mirror, and the medicine shelf behind and walk into a much cheerier place, a small American town full of folding chairs, church coffee, raffle slips, slow walkers, pie plates, paper name tags, and one retired gentleman who accidentally became the central figure in the strangest bingo scandal Bryan County had ever seen. In the town of Copper Creek, Arkansas, 75-year-old Martin Holloway believed in order, quiet, and moderate expectations. He believed soup should not contain surprises. Coffee should be strong enough to support a conversation, and no adult over the age of 70 should be pressured into wearing a paper name tag unless there had been a court order. He had retired from the county land records office after 43 years of deeds, maps, stamps, ledger sheets, and the specialized art of explaining to impatient people that official paperwork did not become accurate because someone leaned over the counter and sighed dramatically. Martin lived alone in a narrow white house with green shutters, a tidy front porch, and a detached garage so carefully organized that local children once peeked inside and whispered as if they had stumbled into a museum of rakes. His wife, Clara, had died 6 years earlier. Since then, he had built his days into a steady shape. Coffee at 6, newspaper at 6:15, breakfast at 7, a walk at 8 if the weather had reasonable manners, lunch at noon, a short nap after lunch, which he referred to as horizontal maintenance, supper at 5:30, dishes at 6, porch by 6:30, bed by 10. It was quiet, respectable, dependable. Yet some evenings, especially in late autumn, when the windows darkened too early and the rooms seemed to hold their breath, the quiet pressed a little too hard against the walls. The greatest threat to that careful peace lived 2 houses down. Her name was Nadine Wheeler. She was 72, brisk, cheerful, and powered by the sort of volunteer energy that made sensible people suddenly remember imaginary appointments. She wore bright floral sweaters, practical shoes, and reading glasses on a chain that made her look permanently ready to relabel a casserole, fix a sign-up sheet, and recruit 3 helpers before anybody else found the tape. She chaired the church kitchen committee, co-ran the senior center activities board, helped with the library used book sale, and believed with complete sincerity that every retired person in Copper Creek needed involvement, which Martin privately translated as problems in festive wrapping. On a windy Thursday morning in November, Martin was sitting on his porch with coffee and half a slice of spice loaf when Nadine came marching up the walkway carrying a covered casserole dish and a thick sunflower yellow folder. Martin saw the folder and said, "No." Nadine stopped at the first step. "You haven't even heard the question. You have paperwork. I also have tuna noodle casserole. That makes the paperwork worse. It means I came prepared." "For what?" "For resistance." Martin leaned back in his chair. "Then at least one of us entered this honestly." She climbed the steps anyway, set the casserole on the side table, and sat down without invitation. "The Silver Pines Senior Social has a problem," she said. Martin closed his eyes for one brief second. The Silver Pines Senior Social was the annual fall gathering involving cake, coffee, raffle baskets, church chili, folding chairs, bingo, and enough paper leaves to suggest autumn was being held together by glue. "What sort of problem?" he asked. "The host canceled." "Why?" "His granddaughter has a violin recital in Little Rock." "That sounds legitimate." "He also said he was not really a microphone person." Martin nodded. "That sounds wise." Nadine ignored that. "So naturally I thought of you." "Why would you do that?" "Because you speak clearly, people trust you, and you are funny." He stared at her. "I am not funny. You are after 70, dry counts. I worked in county records. You spent 40 years correcting other people's nonsense in full sentences. That is practically entertainment." "That is not entertainment. That is administrative fatigue." "You do not need to perform. Just welcome people, announce the raffle, call the bingo rounds, and keep the afternoon moving." "That sounds like work in a cardigan environment." "That sounds like community." "That sounds like trouble with pie." She smiled. "You'll be good." "I'll be reluctant." "That is not a talent." "It should be." She tapped the folder. "I may already have written your name in pencil." Martin looked at the casserole. "You volunteered me before asking?" "In pencil," she said. "I'm not reckless." "No," he replied. "Just efficient in a way that weakens trust." "The social is Saturday at 2. And if I refuse? I'll tell people you were intimidated by a microphone and decorative gourds. Those are not equal threats. Together, they are a believable story." So that was how Martin Holloway, retired records clerk and defender of quiet Saturdays, became the emergency master of ceremonies for the Silver Pines Senior Social. For the next 2 days, he prepared as if he were mediating an international disagreement between rival pie families. He found his brown blazer, the one reserved for funerals, anniversary dinners, and restaurants where napkins arrived folded like architecture. He polished his loafers. He wrote note cards. Then he rewrote them. Then he made backup note cards because the first set looked, in his opinion, dangerously trusting. On Friday morning, his daughter, Paula, called from Kansas City. "Dad," Nadine told Mrs. Bowers. Mrs. Bowers told Aunt Irene, and Aunt Irene told me you're hosting the senior social. "Nadine should not have access to communication systems," Martin said. Paula laughed. "You'll do great. I have 6 note cards. That means you care. I have backup note cards. That means you're still exactly yourself. I also reviewed the bingo procedures. That means you are trapped. Saturday arrived bright and cold. The senior center hall had been decorated in what Nadine clearly considered tasteful seasonal charm and what Martin privately regarded as autumn under committee supervision. Orange tablecloths covered every round table. Mason jars with battery candles sat beside tiny pumpkins, fake leaves, and bowls of wrapped peppermints. A long refreshments table along the back wall held brownies, spice cake, lemon squares, pie, coffee urns, tea, and enough casseroles to create tension in a small village. Retirees in cardigans and sport coats filled the folding chairs with paper cups and immediate opinions. Two widowers near the coffee urn were discussing cholesterol medication as if they had been called before a Senate committee. Three widows near the dessert table had already begun ranking the pies by crust confidence alone. Nadine met Martin near the front. "You're late." "I'm 8 minutes early." "That's socially late." "That is mathematically false." "You look distinguished." "You look like a warning label." "That's because I'm prepared." "That is exactly what worries me." She handed him the microphone and a schedule card. "Welcome, raffle reminder, bingo rounds, refreshments, music, final raffle, closing." He looked down. "Bingo is the main event?" "Of course, it's beloved. It is numbered suspense for people with opinions." "Exactly." Then she vanished into volunteer motion. Martin stepped to the microphone. It squealed sharply. Half the room jumped. "Well," he said, "that certainly reduced the need for a subtle opening." The room laughed. "Interesting," he thought. He adjusted the microphone. "Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Silver Pines Senior Social, the only event in town where you can drink coffee, win a hand towel basket, and silently judge decorative pumpkins without legal consequences." The laughter came warm and immediate. "My name is Martin Holloway, and I'm your host this afternoon because the original host received a stronger competing offer involving family, travel, and what I can only assume is a healthier relationship with microphones." That landed beautifully. The first part of the afternoon went smoothly. People bought raffle tickets, coffee was poured, a local gospel duet sang with great emotion and slightly mismatched rhythm. Martin announced the schedule, thanked volunteers, and even managed a dry little joke about the silent auction basket labeled Cozy Autumn Redding, which contained tea, slippers, a blanket,